You ever notice how some anime characters don't even have to lift a finger to crush their opponents? All it takes is that aura, that pressure that makes everyone shake. These are the 1,000+ aura flexes in anime, the moments that scream, "I'm stronger than you'll ever be." So let's dive into some of the most legendary aura flexes in anime. Starting off our list with the greatest grandpa of all time, let me tell you, this man is just built different. Takamura is the definition of a walking, breathing, 1,000+ aura flex. His fight against Gaku and Slur was the kind of showdown that left our jaws on the floor. During the JAA Exhibition Hall raid, all eyes were on our assassin grandpa, who put the psycho gamer assassin Gaku and his subordinate in their place. Gaku walks in all cocky to counter Takamura, but this wild old man with that deadpan, half-asleep look erases him from the battlefield in a single slash. You know, that one move that screams, "I'm on the next level"? That right there? Just pure aura flex. And if defeating Gaku wasn't enough, this old man turns to Slur, the big bad himself. Takamura's presence alone shattered Slur's psyche, which forced his brain to split and spawn a whole new personality just to survive. Next on the list is a man who hides his true power under the guise of being an average nobody. But when he flexes, kingdoms tremble. So what happens when a nobody walks into the battlefield and makes a princess look like she showed up to the wrong anime? That's the Mundane vs. Iris fight I'm talking about. A flex so clean it didn't just defeat the princess, but humbled her for life. During the Bushin Festival, Princess Iris Midgar enters the finals with her duty to prove the strength of her kingdom. Little did she know that the final competitor, Mundane Man, Sid Kagano in disguise, would be standing in her way. Iris charges in, but before she can even start, Mundane Man slashes her head, locks her into a killing illusion without even moving, and that fight turns into her worst nightmare. Iris couldn't be more humiliated and desperate. Once a casual move later, she's on the ground with Mundane Man's sheath blade at her throat. This is the aura of Sid's power that broke Princess Iris mentally without even needing to fight. Up next is a character who turns every fight into a psychological game. Remember the Hunter exam when Hisoka toyed with Gon? He gave Gon a taste of his own power by sparing his life and telling him to become strong enough to face him someday, symbolized by the number 44 badge. For Gon, returning that badge with a punch to the face wasn't just payback, it was the entire point of training at Heaven's Arena. Gon finally lands his promised punch on Hisoka, which was a huge win that felt like a victory to everyone watching. But the real flex? Hisoka isn't angry, he's thrilled. And even while taking the hit, he's in control, showing who the real boss is. In the same battle, Hisoka shows that his bungee gum was stuck to Gon's cheek the entire time. With one tug, he yanks Gon in and proves that he could have ended the fight whenever he wanted. Continuing the list, we've got the literal embodiment of pride, the man who stands above gods and demons alike. The name's Escanor. Commit it to memory before I kill you.
我の攻撃が通用しない。誰が決めた？我の太陽を飲み込んだ。誰が決めた？震えるさ。
With that icy hot declaration, a demon who thinks he's got the entire world on a string meets the sin of pride. This was in the middle of the Holy War with the 10 Commandments running rampant. Estarossa appears and freezes all the Holy Knights with his commandment of love. Despite Estarossa's attempt to seal his powers, our guy effortlessly breaks through all of Estarossa's defenses and ultimately sends him flying with a single attack. The fight, the aura, and the whole scene proved Escanor to be the true embodiment of pride that set him apart from Estarossa's demonic powers. And from one unstoppable force to another, let's move from pure pride to pure presence.
何が来やがった。
When he stepped into the Soul Society during the Thousand-Year Blood War, the battlefield shifted. For the Bambis, this was the moment everything they thought they knew about power fell apart. They strutted in with confidence, flaunting their Quincy abilities like untouchable queens. But Ichigo's arrival changed the tone instantly. With quiet dominance, Ichigo casually dismantled them one by one, brushing off their attacks as if they were nothing. His calm, unshakable aura alone crushed their will to fight, turning the entire encounter into one of the most effortless and chilling 1000-level aura flexes in anime history. Next is Benimaru vs. Demon from Fire Force. Okay guys, hear me out. During the Asakusa arc, chaos hits the city when the White Clad attacks. The 8th Special Fire Force, including Shinra and Arthur, rushes in to help, but things just take a deadly turn when a bug transforms someone into a demon infernal. This monster is on a whole other level. It shrugs off Shinra and Arthur's attacks like they're nothing, and both of them are already drained from earlier battles. Just when it looks hopeless, Benimaru, the unshakable captain of Company 7, finally steps in. Calm, collected, and deadly serious. He instantly reads the situation, and the Demon Infernal is a city killer. Nobody else can stop it. And without wasting words, he shields the 8th Company and declares through his actions, "This fight is mine." Up next, we've got an assassin who shows that sometimes the scariest flex is saying nothing at all. So Kyun walks in like a big shot, lands a hit on Gabimaru, and actually think he's won. But the truth? He had no idea he was the one already marked for death. As a fellow criminal competing for the elixir of life, this arrogant and weapons-obsessed individual attacks Gabimaru with a barrage of weapons to eliminate the competition. However, Gabimaru remains unflinching, treating the assault without showing any emotions, which is accompanied by a 1000+ aura. It might be common to see badass villains, but Gabimaru, he's on another level. He doesn't even need to act tough because his silence speaks volumes. The guy's just built differently. This is definitely a fan favorite moment, and the fact that Gabimaru did all of this with his hands tied is just insane. Next on the list, we've got two legends, Shanks versus Whitebeard. In this showdown, the world government and Marines desperately try to stop Shanks from meeting Whitebeard because both of them are way too different from one another. Shanks actually rolls up to Whitebeard and asks him to stop Ace from chasing Blackbeard. He's basically like, "Trust me, that guy's bad news." But Whitebeard, being the stubborn dad he is, just laughs it off and calls Shanks a rookie. The air gets heavy, and then boom, they swing once. Just one clash of haki, and the freaking sky splits in half. Like, who does that? They don't even need a long fight. That single hit was enough to show their monsters at the top. And of course, Shanks was right. Blackbeard ended up starting Marineford. Next up is a man so terrifying that his very arrival made an entire army forget how to breathe.
勘違いするな。お前の作った力ではない。くそ。
次元が違う。神の力か。
During the Fourth Great Ninja War, the Shinobi Alliance, tens of thousands of trained ninja, gathered to fight. And then Madara Uchiha descended onto the battlefield. No speeches, no warm-ups, just pure dominance. He took an entire army, cutting through squads like they were nothing, all while looking completely unfazed. Even the Kage, the strongest leaders of each village, couldn't slow him down. Madara didn't just fight, he redefined what hopeless looks like. Whether it was swatting away shinobi by the dozens, dropping meteors from the sky as if it was nothing, the aura flex? One man casually dismantling a world's worth of power, making an entire alliance look like background characters. And lastly, we're going to talk about the ultimate aura flex.
どうしてこんなことが。
This is Sung Jin-woo versus the Ant King. When the Ant King appeared, he was already a nightmare. He tore through Korea's strongest hunters like they were nothing, even making an S rank look helpless. Everyone thought this was the end. Enter Sung Jin-woo. No fear, no wasted words, just pure confidence. The Ant King charged expecting another easy kill, but Jin-woo didn't just fight him, he humiliated him. Every move was calm, precise, and dominant, like swatting away a bug and the aura flex. Jin-woo wasn't fighting to survive, he was showing the difference between a hunter and prey. And now let's wrap up the 1000 plus aura flexes in anime. Let us know if you've missed some gems in the comments down below. Make sure to share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and press on that bell icon. It set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.